Wow! We are already in class 3! Let's learn freestyle swimming techniques! Pay attention and let's go to the pool!
Hello friends, this is Robert Strauss. It's nice to come back here talking to you. We've been watching Davi in the last few days, in the last few videos, do safety exercises and swimming exercises. Safety has got to be always first in whatever you do around the water, because if somebody is in trouble in the water, you're not going to hear it. If you want to follow me in any of the redes, yes, I'm in Facebook as Swim Gym, SWIM Gym. I'm also as Robert A. Strauss on Facebook. And on Instagram, you find us as @swim_gym, GYM. And we post mostly things that are apropos of learning to swim because of the safety element. We post mostly people under age 5, the biggest statistic age of tragedies. And I also do a lot of retweeting as Coach Robert. Coach Robert, you find me on the Twitter. And I retweet mostly stuff that comes from the USAS Swimming Federation. I tweet stuff from Mark Spitz, who 50 years ago, imagine it's 50 years ago, 1972 Olympics, since Mark Spitz won 7 gold medals. By the way, I swam in Munich Olympics representing my country of birth, Mexico. So I teach my swimmers to improve their freestyle utilizing the kickboard technique of swimming freestyle. One hand for swimming, one hand for breathing. One hand for swimming, one hand for breathing. And we do this breathing to the same wall both ways. We breathe very little every 3, very little every 5, but we breathe every 2 to stay aerobic and to learn to breathe to your non-dominant side. Everybody breathes well to their favorite side, and the other side is just a little out of coordination. What's the coordination? That the hip needs to begin to turn at the instant that the hand connects. When you have the board in the front, or the palito in the front, as soon as I start swimming with left hand, my right hip rolls down. Other side breathing. What happens when you have a favorite side to breathe and a not so comfortable side to breathe? That your hand swims and then your hip comes late and the arm is on top of your face and you just can't breathe to that side. Well, it's not a matter of not being able to, it's just a matter of getting the coordination right. So let's watch Davi get his coordination right, breathing to both sides. All right, you go to the wall, please. We're gonna breathe to that wall both ways. So going down, this is the breathing hand. Mark it with a B in English for breathing, o con una R en portugués para respirar. Y aquí, mark it with an S, swimming hand, con una N en portugués, para nadar y para respirar. ¿Entendiste? This is the nose line. Davi, I want to learn to put your hands in the shoulder line, not in the nose line. So don't cross. Always look for the side of the board. Hand on the wall. 2 feet on the wall, ready position. Aquí. Okay, all the way here so you don't slip. Ready?
Ready.
Look at the hand. Breathe. Roll. Go. Breathe. Swim. Breathe. Swim. Swim to breathe. Swim. Breathe. Swim. Beautiful. Ready? Swim. Swim. Breathe. Swim. Breathe. we could see of Davi's habit of just swimming all his life. He loses that feeling that he had so good of the imaginary palito in the front. The children, regardless of how they do, Davi just did beautiful. It's very important that the teacher not lose the patience and explain to the child until he gets it. They're not going to do it perfect. It's the first time he did this, and he did an amazing job. But if we repeat the exercise of board and palito imaginario, the boy will swim very good freestyle. Now, here's a word of advice. Children, no matter how young they start, they really don't get the styles like we see the adult swimmers swimming. I mean, 13, 15, 17, 20-year-olds, until they're somewhere around age 9, 10. It takes about 100 hours of good quality water time to learn to swim comfortably and a little bit of the strokes. When you see a child goes to the swimming lesson 30 minutes, one time a week, maybe two, we also know they only go to swim school approximately 2/3 of the year. 37 hours a year. 37 weeks they go to class. So if they go 37 weeks, one time 30 minutes, is only 18 and a half hours. If they go to swimming 2 times a week, is 37 hours in 1 year. So to take a baby 1-year-old and pretend for him to swim in 37 hours is not fair. After 2 years, they swim in year 2, and then they swim until year 3. Oh, now they have 74 hours. They're almost swimming. On the 3rd year of swimming, when they're going to be turning up to 4, now you got 37 3 times. Now you got 111 hours of swimming, and the kids are swimming good, diving to the bottom, jumping around, fetching. And so this is why people say, oh, when the children are 3 or 4, they learn to swim. Yes, because it's practice time. It's not magic. When the kid doesn't get it, it's never the child's fault. It's the teacher's fault, because he failed to teach the child at the child's level of comprehension. So don't teach everybody the same. Some people are older, understand things one way, and some people are younger and understand things a different way. It's never the kid's fault when he doesn't get it. And please, never say, I told you 1,000 times, because you only need to say it once, explain it well, and maybe a second time in the event of a doubt. Right? Okay. Ready? Up. Breathe. Swim. Breathe. Swim. Girando. Good. Roll. Roll. Beautiful, Davi. Again. One hand for breathing, swimming hand, breathing hand. Swimming hand, breathing hand. Shake, go. Davi, beautiful job. Right? Ready? Go. Breathe. Swim. Breathe. Swim. So you can see here the big difference when he is using the stick. It doesn't float, it doesn't hold the hand up. If he lowers the stick, he needs to bring it back to the top to hold it. Right? So it has a little built-in difficulty, but it's a good touch kind of sensitivity, a self-correcting technique with a palito feeling and looking for the cap to open the arms at shoulder line. Ready? Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, Davi. Now show me back. Come back. Breathe. Swim. Whoops. It is very important to break down the parts. It's very complicated swimming. You're doing the arms, the legs, the head, the hips, everything is moving. So when you want to teach something new, try to separate it and just work on that. Because when we swim the whole stroke, we don't think. We count strokes to maintain the efficiency.
Pessoal, acabamos de gravar uma parte do curso. Agora vamos falar de águas abertas. Eu vou parar um pouquinho para ir no banheiro.
Teachers, I want to share with you something very important. It's very important that we as teachers share our knowledge. It's very important that us as teachers share and make everybody better. If you go to the heart surgeon and the heart surgeon says you need 4 bypasses, the next thing he says to you, feel free to get a second opinion. In fact, he even gives you a list of doctors you can go. When was the last time you swimming coaches recommended the other swim coach because a certain child couldn't get along or couldn't bond, couldn't really do the link with one of your teachers or with you? Never. How many times does the doctor have to recommend to become professional? Anytime he does it. The swimming coach is the same, but we don't get paid as much as the lawyer, or we don't get paid as much as the accountant, and we pay a fortune to those people, and all they do is mess around with paper. But we work with the jewels of the family. We work with kids that are alive. So we need to get paid better. But it's not going to happen until we're more professional. It's so important that when a child leaves your school and goes to the other school near you, you know what happens? The mother gets to the other school, the child did 20 classes with you, he's almost ready to go, but the mom stops, desiste. And he goes to the other school and she says to the teacher, oh, my son is traumatized in this XYZ school, that's why I brought him to you. Don't ever say anything bad about the other school, because you don't know how many children came to your school first and went over there, and the mom said the same story. The child was traumatized at the other school, here he is, and you teach him in 3 classes. It's so important we share knowledge. It's so important we become professional.
How about the palito imaginary? Like now, let's go to open